So I'm going to do a video real quick on something that is kind of hard for people to understand. Now, in the metaphysical, there are boundaries we have to set with people. Now, I talk about metaphysical rape a lot. Not getting consent and penetrating another person with your mental energy or physical, metaphysical energy. That is an obvious thing. You know you're not supposed to do that. Well, there's something else that people do, and I don't think they're aware of how wrong it is. And I'm going to explain it in this video. People will get inside the head of another person while they're having sex with another, and they will fantasize about it being them instead of the person that's actually having sex. Now, what that does is they're stealing the sensations away from the person whose body they're in. They are mixing their own energy in with the person, and they are, believe it or not, developing feelings for the other person. Because what happens when you have sex with somebody is you create oxytocin. Oxytocin is a bonding chemical that people create when they make love or hug or touch or kiss. And when you are fantasizing about having sex with somebody and taking the pleasure away from the person whose body you're in, you are developing love for them. And then you are, from my experience, I have had people get jealous and angry at me because they're in my body, fantasizing about being me, just wanting to feel what it's like to kiss somebody else, just wanting to feel what it's like to have sex with somebody else. You need to get consent still, because that is still rape. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it is still rape to not get consent and be in somebody else's body and feel it with the person who actually gave said person consent. I know it's kind of confusing to explain, but people need to understand it is not okay to do that still. No matter how innocent it is, I just want to know what it's like to kiss Hannah. So someone jumps in my girlfriend's body and kisses me. I didn't give you consent. I didn't say that's okay. Don't do it. One day there is going to be laws put in place about what is okay and what is not okay to do in the metaphysical. Most people just have like that moral compass. They know you shouldn't do that. The other person should be aware that you are kissing them. Otherwise, why would you have to hide behind another person's body to do it? Just ask permission. Can I kiss you? Yes or no. If you are told no, don't take it personally. Somebody's in a relationship, somebody isn't attracted to you. Oh well, everybody has their own preferences. Don't let it hit you so hard. Now, I have experienced this quite a bit, and it is hard for me to call out because there are so many people that are maliciously raping and being cruel and evil that you almost don't want to call out the innocent ones, like, oh, I just wanted to know what it was like to kiss somebody. I just want to know what it was like to hold you. I just want to know what it was like to kiss you. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's not okay. And there are real fiends out there. There are people who literally wait for me to fucking masturbate or to even think about it. They sit around and wait all day And as soon as I even think about it, they're getting their dick in their hand ready to siphon the energy off of my pleasure. People don't understand that when you do that, when you are thinking about somebody as they are masturbating or having sex, you are a vacuum at that point because you do not have consent to do it. So you are pulling on somebody else's energy and you are taking it all for yourself. And then not only that, but you're inserting your energy in someone's body and you are blocking their pleasure. Do you know how many times I have felt that? And this is a degrading thing to have to talk about publicly. Like, you would think that people would just know that it's not okay and not do it, but I'll be the one to speak up on it. Like, you really should know better than to wait around for somebody to masturbate. That way you can steal their energy from them. You both are not feeling it anymore. The one person who is waiting for the other to masturbate is taking all the energy for themselves. How selfish is that? You're not asking and you're taking it all for yourself. I know people don't care. I know they don't care. I know me sitting here saying it right now, they're just like, they don't have empathy. You can tell. There is no empathy. And then if you try to talk about it with other people, people just see it as like, you're really bitching about an orgasm. You're bitching about masturbation. You're complaining about these things. Sex is a need. Sex is a need for people who have depression. Like, there should be no, I shouldn't be I should not have to describe to you why people shouldn't be stealing someone's orgasm, why somebody shouldn't be raping you, why A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, it is not okay to masturbate with somebody in the metaphysical without their consent. Yes, we can feel you. Yes, we can see you. Yes, you are stealing our energy. You are taking our dopamine away. You are taking our pleasure away. You are giving us the fucking grim, like in Harry Potter. You know, the Dementors that come up and suck Harry Potter's face until he's depressed as fuck? That is what you are doing by masturbating to us without our consent. Or me, or anybody. Us being a couple. Me being solo. Like, people should not be doing it either way. Yeah, people masturbating to me has been a real problem. They are falling in love with either me or my partner doing it because they think when they're in my body that they're in love. They're feeling what I'm feeling. And it like resets their brain or something, and then they think they're in love. And they get jealous and abusive and everything else because me and my partner kiss. And they get angry about it. It's like, why are you, oh, because you're in my body pretending to be me. You're in her body pretending to be her while we do something intimate. It isn't just a sexual release for a couple. It is pure intimacy. It is love. It is not meant for anybody else. Not saying that it's any less severe if you're doing it by yourself and somebody's stealing your energy, but when you are doing it with another person, you are intervening in a love connection. It is not okay. We are not giving you consent because we are masturbating. And then people say, well, you shouldn't do it in the metaphysical then. It doesn't matter if you do it in the metaphysical or not. People are still preying and stalking because they think lesbian relationships are sexy or whatever. They like the energy. They get away with it. And they just simply do it. They just simply do it. And it blows my mind that people don't realize that it is not okay. I would feel so ashamed of myself if I did that to somebody. So ashamed. If there was a couple masturbating and they asked me not to be there, I would leave. And then if I masturbated to them when they asked me to leave, I would probably seek mental help because I don't have self-control. There are so many resources out there to masturbate to. There's porn, there's magazines, there's reading material. There is so much out there. And you know what the response to that is when I say that? They say, well, it doesn't interest me anymore. You know why it doesn't interest you anymore? Because you think you are in love with me or my partner. That is why. You think what we're feeling with each other is what you are feeling with her or I. And you are dead wrong. You're just confused. You cannot be in love with somebody if they don't know your name. I have people telling me they're in love with me, and I don't even know their name because they are in my girlfriend's body, making love with me, and I don't know who they are because they're hiding in my girlfriend's body. Do you see the problem with it? Masturbating with somebody without their consent is sexual assault. It is sexual assault. It is metaphysical sexual assault. And the gruesome details of it is typically men will start waiting until you even start touching yourself. And as soon as you do it, they penetrate you because they start thinking about penetrating you when you do it. So you get raped while you're masturbating. It is not okay to masturbate with somebody without their consent. Once again, you are hurting somebody psychologically when you do that. If men can't get it, this is how I'm going to explain it. Straight men. Lesbians are straight men. Imagine another man constantly taking the tip of his dick and sticking it on the outskirts of your asshole and saying, I know you want it. I know you want it. I'm not going to let you masturbate until you give it to me. I'm not. And then as soon as you masturbate, they're shoving it in. As soon as you make them angry, they're shoving it in because they know it irritates you. They think it's funny to get a rise out of you. That shit is sadistic. You know what getting a rise out of somebody is? Somebody who is calm and collected all the time is screaming for you to fucking stop. They are out of patience, which they have a lot of, asking you to stop. They are in pain when you are getting a rise, and you enjoy that. That's not okay. What else did I need to talk about? Masturbating with somebody without their consent is assault. Masturbating without someone's consent can be rape. Falling in love with somebody because you are masturbating with them is possible because you release oxytocin. What else needs to be addressed? Why does it seem like everything correlated to metaphysical assault and abuse is always stemming from something sexual? That is probably why it is still kept a secret, because there is so much shame regarding everything that has been happening behind the scenes that nobody wants to talk about. Oh, but you're going to take my favorite pastime away, masturbating to women when they don't want me to. I mean, is that really what it is? what really is it? Is there that much shame tied to what you do? You should be loud and proud about what you do. You shouldn't have to not tell people your name or hide your face when you're I know a guy that hides in somebody else's body just to talk to me. I was crying about something and he stuck his fucking metaphysical dick on my shoulder and asked me to suck it. I've been buried in the fucking ground and treated like dirt in the metaphysical by people. I would comfortably say that I've probably seen about the worst of the worst that you can see when it comes to how cruel people are. And you know what? I'm sure people can get more creative. Like right now, as I'm saying, I'm hearing people say, oh no, it can be worse. It can be worse. Genuinely getting angry and getting creative over it. Well, you know what? Go ahead, motherfucker, because I genuinely believe in divine intervention. Anybody who is afraid and worried about not being able to take on people needs to ask God for help, because God really can help you. Then you've got people saying, well, that's Satan helping you. God would never do that. God is fucking amazing. God is able to help the less than 1% chances. Like, I don't know how to explain it on video, but God can help you. That's all I can say. Just ask God for help. And if you got people pretending to be God helping you, they are going to be punished in the afterlife. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. God is real. I actually had to get help from God in my situation. If you don't believe in God, you will believe in God. If you talk with me or you connect with me, God is with me every single day. So there is no reason why anybody should continue being the victim to this evil ass shit that people are doing, because God will clear them out of your way. God will tell you what to do. Just like we can use energy to do whatever we want to each other, so can God. God can put a shield on you and protect you from rape. God can put a shield on your head and protect you from the evil ass shit they're saying. If you don't believe me, then just ask. Don't be ashamed. Just pray. Say, God, can you help me? I need you. Can you give me a confirmation that you are here? Proof that you are here. And God will give you proof. Might not be able to get physical proof on camera. It might spook some people. God works in mysterious ways, but God can show you in the metaphysical that he's real. But you know what? I'm sure God even could show you in the physical. God is cool like that. Like, for me, God literally like manifests into this like purple group of bubbles, and there's just a smiley face. That's why in my merch store I just have like a shirt that has a smiley face with purple bubbles in the back, because that's how God presents himself to me. And then sometimes God presents himself to me as like this older man or whatever. But most of the time, God, like when God's excited about something, he like presents himself as this little paper airplane that goes like this. When he's excited to tell me something, he just goes like this with me, and it's adorable. God is like the most loving deity out there, and the most loving I mean, you can call him a person if you want, if it makes you more comfortable, but God is pretty much just energy that manifests into love for you. And will never do a human wrong. He reads your heart and knows what you need deep down in your heart and soul. So if you are feeling like you are outnumbered and you need help, just go to God. I am serious. I'm glad I went through what I went through. I learned a lot of self-defense tactics, but no matter how good you are at defending yourself with 1 or 2 people, 1 to 3 people, whatever, you cannot face them all alone. What happens is people will start spreading smear campaigns about you and getting more people against you. And then people will start believing they're raping you for the right reason. I'm not even going to get into that, but like, I have been raped by several people before because they were lied to. And people thought it was okay to do it. So this is what I'm going to tell you. If you are feeling alone and outnumbered and you are at your wit's end, go to God. But I would rather you go to God before you get to where I was, because you almost feel like you lose a piece of yourself that you're never going to get back. But God just tells you, no, I'm just making room for more love. Like, that piece of you that you feel is missing is going to be filled up with love and God. So there's no worries about it. In my case, God said I just needed to know the worst of the worst and what they look like. Pretty much be educated and learn to ask for God's help. God said if I would have asked for his help a long time ago, he would have asked me a long time ago. But he did say that it benefited me to know the worst of the worst, and for other people to see it too, like me as an example. See how far people will go. There is a problem. Women are being oppressed, and not only women, but LGBTQ women are being oppressed. If you are not giving in to sexual demands, you are at the bottom in society. You are being treated like fucking shit. Why can't men just look at a lesbian and say, I respect you. You don't need to give me sexual pleasure. I respect you, like they do another man. I swear that some or most men cannot empathize with a woman just because they have a different body part. We are both humans. Why can you not empathize with another human being? Just because we are different genders. I don't understand. And you know what's always thrown back at me when I say stuff like that? It is the stupidest thing ever. Why can't you empathize with my needs? I get blue balls and it hurts. Who in the fuck sees that as a reason to need empathy from another person? Go fucking jerk off. That is not my problem. I want people to start talking about telepathy verbally. I was speaking with somebody last night and I wanted to call it, what was it? was either like mindful movement or something like that. Moving with now it's going to drive me crazy. But essentially, maybe I can put what I wrote down later in the bottom in the description, but we need to create a movement where we just start speaking out about telepathy. Like, say, hi, how are you, in our head, and then say, hey, did you hear me say that? And then watch the person smile or something. Like, just start making it more real. That way we aren't able to abuse people like this. Like, people think they're in their own little bubble, and they're not watching people as they're doing it. They're sitting at home, not seeing the person's face. And if you're a narcissist, you're not feeling them. You're emotionally shut off. So you're just tormenting a person and getting sadistic pleasure out of it. You're not seeing their face. I urge people to just start talking about it so people don't feel like that it's not real anymore, that they're getting away with the shit. I actually know some people that, and God explained it to me, that when I am feeling like I can't breathe, when my neck is tight, I feel like veins are gonna pop out of my head, my back is tense, I'm balling up my fists out of anxiety, my stomach's sick, all these feelings that I'm getting, that a narcissist that's connected to me is feeling intense pleasure from that. They are getting dopamine hits from me feeling like that. That's why they keep doing what they're doing to trigger me, because they are getting their hits from that. Can you imagine being somebody's supply of dopamine while you feel like that? And they are going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it because they don't have empathy. They just know that this feels good. It blows my mind. Like, and then after they know that they're doing that, they still keep doing it because they don't have empathy. They're just like, this feels good. It's the whatever feels good mentality. Do you know where that gets you? In the physical, in prison. The whatever feels good mentality gets you put in prison if you don't have empathy, morals, and boundaries. I can get into that in another video because that goes pretty deep. But I'm not going to talk about it right now. Let's just say that it's a very heavy subject. But before I go on any longer, I want you to think about verbalizing your telepathic experiences with people. Say something in your head and say, hey, did you hear me? So it's not so isolating and lonely. So people can't abuse people like they have been. Just be strong. Let's put the movement out there. Like, I want it to be out there. Anyways, I am going to get off of here, and I hope that you find peace, and maybe something in this video helped you. I hope you find God if you need God. Everybody needs God, but I especially hope you get God if you deserve God. Some people don't even deserve God, to be honest. They are just cruel, sadistic human beings. If you're getting dopamine hits off of somebody's terror, you deserve to go to hell. You don't deserve God. You deserve the devil. All right, I love you, and I hope this video helps you.